this is what we have here right now. Okay, this is what we have here right now. You can see I have a lot of tabs opened. I have a lot of things I'm actually doing, so I'm just going to bring out these tabs out so that we concentrate on what we need to concentrate on. Okay, then while I'm doing that, I need to bring out some other things also. Okay, well, firstly, the last time we stopped on I think plugins, and we stopped at plugins. So this is the website we're able to come up with where the template we installed and things like that. You can see it's fine the way it is right now. So you can add try to, but you can make modifications. Of course, you can make modifications. So this episode is the finale episode. So we will be talking about how to move from one server to another. So in this case now, we'll be talking about how to move from the local hosting to the live hosting. So we will be moving this server now to this website to a level so that you can access it from anywhere. Okay, so we've created a domain on Freenom, a free domain that we can use, and the domain goes like this. It says applicable applicable text skills rather. So that's what we have there. Can you see that? So that's the name of the domain. So right now it's not showing anything, so we need to move our site from the local host, which is demo.test, to the applicable.tk, applicable text skills.tk. Okay, so of course you need, if you check our season 1, we talked about how to host websites, WordPress site on the server, on the live server directly. So now we'll be making use of the live server now. So if you omitted that, kindly go back to that to see, because we'll be starting from there and we'll be doing this process manually. Okay, we'll be doing the process manually. Of course there are automatic way of doing it, but you will still need to configure 1802. Okay, you still need to configure 1802. So that's one thing you need to note there. And but in this video I'll be taking us through the manual way of doing it, because if the automatic gets naughty, or you kind of face an issue, or maybe you encounter a problem, you still revert back. You still have to revert back to the manual way. So I've always been doing it the manual way. Okay, so I'm going to take you through the manual way now. So let's go. So the first thing to consider about doing it is we check our hosting. Now, we've been using Laragon for a while now, so we are going to check the root server. Okay, we are going to check the root server for the hosting. So now here we have the root server here, and this is the file. This is the file for the for this site now. So this folder has the file for this site, as you have seen. So the first thing to do, okay, is to what? Control A. I'm using a Windows PC, so I'm using Control A. If you are using a Mac PC, you might have to use Command A or something. So Control A to highlight everything. Then you right click, and you must have installed something they call Zipper or Archiver. They have different names, okay, but the one I use here is WinRAR. So you can check WinRAR at winrar.com. Yeah, I think so. And if you can't get winrar.com, just okay, fine. I think it's winrar.com. So this is what I'm using. So you can download the free version. I've been using the free version like forever now. Okay, and that's it. So that's all we use. So you can see it's showing something that is being bundled together. So you are going to be bundling the folder. That folder now you're going to bundle it together. So add to archive and make sure it is zip. Make sure it is zip, please, because that way you'll be able to extract the file back. So what this archiver would do is that it will zip it into one file so that it will be easy for it to be transported, okay, to be moved. So the live hosting we'll be using is Namecheap. So I'll still refer us back to, I think, the episode 2 of season 1. So just go through that part so you know how to install WordPress directly on a shared hosting. So we are going to wait for this to complete. So when it's completed, we'll see. You can see even while it's compressing, you're going to see changes in this. Look at this. You're going to see changes, and you can see the file here. So this is the file we actually need. You can see now it has increased to 8.4 MB. Okay, so when it's done, it will just close this window. To close this window out, then we will be left with this this file alone. Okay, which is what we actually need. So let's wait for it to get completed. So fine, we now have our file here. So the whole file here says 57 MB, 57 point something MB, but we are looking at 59 now, 57.7 MB. So that's the total file. So what do we do with this? Where do we go? What happens? So like I said, we need to go back to our hosting. Okay, so under the hosting, you need to look for what is called File Manager. All right. So when that opens up like this, okay, then you need to look for where it says applicable skill.tk. Okay, fine. How do I arrive at this? In your main in your cPanel, right now I'm using a cPanel now. So in your cPanel, you have something called domains. So there you will need to add a new domain. So like I did for this now, I had to add a domain name here. Okay, I had to add a domain name here. So that was why I was able to get that document root here, which is showing here now. Okay, that's why I had to get this document root showing here. So without that, you won't. So it means that you can add more domains. So when you add more domains, it will direct you to a document root. All right. So and that's that. So there are a lot of things in here that you need to consider, that you need to know actually. So you need to know how to manage what is called a DNS. Okay. So the hosting I'm using right now is Namecheap, number 1. Number 2 is that on Freenom, like I said, this is where I got my domain name from. So you can see it's saying my name. Then the domain names I have here are quite a lot. Okay, so look at this now. So this is where I got domain name for free from. So I'm just trying to show you how it was done. So this is what they call the DNS. So each hosting have their own DNS. So you need to point a domain name to a DNS for you to be able to add it on the cPanel hosting. So there are a lot to talk about that. I can make separate video on that if you request for that. But I just feel when you check the episode 1 of season 2, sorry, season 1 of episode 2. Yeah, season 1 episode 2, you should I must have said something about this, and if I did not, please leave a comment on this below this video, and I will let you know about. I would get back to you by creating a video to explain the way things work to you. Or personally, I can send a video to you personally to let you know how things work. So from there now, we are able to get what we have here as our file manager. Okay, so now in this file manager now, right? In this file manager now, so you need to look for what is called applicable text skills.tk, so which is what we have here. So in there now we only have 3 folders. So sometimes you can find those folders there like that. Sometimes you might not find those folders there. Okay, so it's paramount for you to delete this because I actually created this myself. So let's delete that because what's there? Nothing much is there. It's just telling us that we have this. The domain is working. You can see what we need. We need the ones to do. We need the ones to do that. Well, I don't even know what that means. I just wrote something there. So if you try to access applicable text skills now, this is what you get. So we need to remove that. So I'm deleting that now. Skip, trash, and stuff like that. So now let's upload. So now we need to upload what we've zipped in here. Okay. So this is where we upload stuffs. So now let's try to upload things now. So from here now, I'm just going to click here and drag whatever I have here into here now. You can see that I only dragged the demo there. So we have to wait for it to complete the uploading. Okay. Then while we are waiting for it to complete the uploading, we need to do something very important also. Now let's go back to the cPanel home. Okay. Now on the cPanel home now, we need to create something they call database, because of course you understand that the database was what we had to create initially to be able to connect for the WordPress to work. Of course, it is database driven because it stores information. So every settings we have, every themes, every settings, every plugin, it will be stored in the database one way or the other. Okay, and the file will be accessed one way or the other. So I don't need to go into the technical details right now, but what you need to do right now is click on my SQL wizard, right? Because right now we are trying to create the stuff, the database manually, unlike the one we did, which is the automatic installation, which you will find on the season 1 of episode 2, episode 2 rather. Yeah, that's episode 2 of season 1. Sorry, I have kata. I have my nose is a bit stuffy, kind of. I don't know. I just got that this morning, and I've been like that all day. So right now we are waiting for this. My internet is very slow right now, so you just need to be patient about that. I was thinking I was gonna be able to create the other things we actually need while we wait for the I'm closing this. So while we wait for this to load, so you are going to wait for this to load, and when it's done, we are going to complete it. Thanks for the patience. So let's wait for the upload to get completed. Oh, thank God, the database is open now. So we're just going to name it applicable, and we can see it has a maximum character of 54. So applicable something. I'm not going to use applicable. Okay, so most times the if you are using a cPanel or a shared hosting, there will be a kind of a prefix ready made. Okay, so then you click on next. Then you can see it has been created already. Then most times what we normally do is we just but in this case now I'm just going to copy this and paste. Okay, you paste that the way it is, then put in a password. We use a password generator to generate a password there, so we're just going to copy that. Okay, please and please do not allow your password to be known, because that will compromise your site. It's very important. So right now this is a tutorial thing, but still I'm still going to change the password later. Change the password and change the database later. Okay, and I'm going to bring down the one I've created already. So in case you try to attack my server, you won't be able to do that, because I'm going to make sure I block every clue. Okay, I know people are out there to do harm, but of course you'll have to work for whatever you think you know how to do. So thanks about that. Then I'm just regenerating some other passwords. I'm using the last one I've generated now. So then we need to copy all those things and replace them in the right place. So right now we are creating a user. So this user will now have access to this database. That's what this is trying to tell us. So when we create this user, this is the only user that can access this database right now. So I'm going to say okay, accept all privilege, so it can create and delete. So having done that, so we then wait for the upload to complete. Is on 85% now. So we just need to wait for it to get completed. This is a very serious matter right now, so we just need to get this done. So while I'm doing that, I'm just going to do some things here. I will save. I will save on, yeah, that's my password. Then I've forgotten the, okay, that's what that's our database. Likewise the so that's our database, likewise the user of the database. Okay, so let's see if what we've, oh great, so I think it's completed now. It's completed. So when you see it green, that means it's completed. Okay, if it's still blue and it's showing 100%, please wait for it to get to change to green, or else you'll have to start again. Okay, so click on this button that says go back. So it should close that button. Then when you reload this part, you will see the file is just uploaded. Okay, so the next thing to do is to extract this file. So how do you do that? It's either you right click on it and click on extract, or you just highlight it the way it has been highlighted and click on here for extraction. Okay, so anyhow you've chosen, do that. Then you click on extract. So now you can see a lot of things has been extracted, right? So fine, we are halfway done. So you can delete this now. So for this, I can just delete this out, this away, but I won't delete that for now in case we run into any issue. So you should always note that, or else you'll have to re-upload this again. So now that we have that, there's a file that here that you need to take note of. This is the file here, wp config php. That's where the database configuration is, and the database is what we need to configure now. Okay, because if you try to access the site now, it should show you error. Why? Because you can't connect to the database. That's what it means. So you need to configure the database so that it can connect to it. Okay, so now we have that. And there's one thing that we didn't do that we are going to go back to do now. Okay, it's very important. We need to the same files. Sorry, we want the site to look like this as it is on the system, on the local host, which is our computer. We want it to look like that on the server also. Okay, so we are going to do that. Make sure we do that. So we have the user here, we have the database name. You can see DB name, database user, then database password. So I'm going to go and look for that now. Yes, yeah. So this is what we have here. So we have it here. So we just paste it there. So that's all. You leave this local host there the way it is. Then I don't think we need to adjust anything here for now. So there's nothing we need to adjust here. So let's click on save and try to connect to our database. You realize that there will be a change. So right now it's telling us to install our WordPress because it has connected to the database. But please don't install the WordPress. Don't install it because we need to populate. We need to do something they call populating of the database. So we need to populate the database with the data we have here. What we've used to create this, we need to make sure that it is the same as what we have already. Okay. So now this is a bit of a technical part now, and you need to kind of be attentive very well to that. So now on this now we need to access our database. Okay, so when you on Laragon now, you click on database, then it pops up a manager like this, then you click on open. Now under it now you look for the demo database that we have before. So this is it. So you need to do something they call export as SQL. Okay, export as SQL. So look at what be attentive to this. You don't click on any of these, please. Okay, just get it from here, and okay, just want the single file, right? So, and if there is any issue you think you may be facing here, you can try to click on the app to allow you to so that you won't do anything wrong there. Okay, look at everything we have here, and if you want it to be, of course we need it as single file. So that's what we need now, right now. Then it's telling us to check the help. So now, because what we actually need here is to download the whole thing plus the data, and we don't want to drop the tables. Okay, we don't want to drop the tables, and we don't want to we are trying to import export something. So you can see what we have here. It says this, then it says insert. So it says generate. So this basically dumps also. So however, you can tell it to put result into export as this as that. Then you can select insert everything. Then you can do blah blah blah. So what we need to do here right now is insert. Okay, so let's click on that now. Insert. That's what we need here. So I think that's all. I'm going to increase this to 5 or 10, in fact. Yeah. So the file name, we can have a file name and say demo SQL. So we are exporting that now. Okay. So now the problem is I don't even know where the file is. Oh, fine. We have it inside the Laragon file. So let's see what we have there. Oh, great. So we are dumping data now. You can see everything here that we have a lot of data in there. See. So now there's something we need to make sure of that we need to do. Very important. Now, after generating the file this way, we have done it. Okay. Let me go back again one step. Okay. I clicked on insert. Okay. Then I didn't touch any of this because it will affect database on my local host. That's why we didn't click any of these ones. Number one. So number two is that I had to increase this size to 10,000 because after checking that 10,000 means that's 10 MB. So after checking this the size of the database, I realized that it's 4.2. So I just had to inflate it so that if I should put something lower than that, it might truncate. Or truncate means it would not capture the full data, the whole data that we have in database. It will not complete the export. Okay, that's why I had to increase it that way. So then here now the output is SQL because the SQL is understandable to and is importable to any other database. Then the file name is demo.sql as you have seen. So that and that's it. So now that we having said that, now we now went back to here to the root to the root area under Laragon. That's where we are able to find the database that we just exported. But you can change where you feel you want it to be. Okay, you can change there. But right now, where it is now is the local base folder, which is the Laragon folder. So now this is what we have here. And right now, this also now we are going to import it. But before we do that, I was trying to say something that we need to change a lot of things here. Very, very straightforward. Edit with Notepad or anything you can edit it with. It does not matter if it's Notepad++. I just prefer Notepad++. That's all. So now there's something you would notice. You notice that our domain name is what? This demo.text. So we need to change this to our new domain name, which is what is it called now? Applicable text skills. Okay, which is here. So we need to change that. So now what we're going to do is that we are going to replace all the occurrence of this. So you can see the reason why I said I love Notepad++. So I can replace things. So I'm going to click on Ctrl H. So all the occurrence of demo.text, I'm going to put the way it is here. Look at. So it means I don't have a slash in front, so I'm removing the slash. So right now I'm putting HTTPS, and that's because that's what we have here. You can see that it's secured. So we need to add that too. So I'm going to replace all the occurrence, but before we replace it, let's do the find first so that we know how many counts. Oh, sorry. We should be able to count it. There is a way to count, but I think while replacing it, it should count by itself. So let me just go back to where it started from. Okay, so replace all, so you should count. You can see we have 89 occurrence of this line. So I'm closing this up, close. And when you now scroll down, when you start scrolling, you realize that every occurrence of that has been changed. Can you see that now? Has been changed to applicable text skills.tk. So we don't have any issue with this. I'm just going to save this the way it is now. So now let's now go back to our server. That's our point of contact now. So on our server now, we need to go to where they call phpMyAdmin. Okay, that's where our databases are. That's where our databases are. That's where we would upload our SQL. That's our demo SQL. Okay, so now you can see this is our what's it called now? This is our database here. Okay, so and it's empty. When you click on it, you realize that it's empty. No database found in this database. No tables found in the database. So it's empty, but we need to do something. And what is that thing? We need to do something called import. You can see it here. So now we are going to choose our file, and our file is what? Our file is demo. You can see I'm dragging and drop again. So that's demo.sql. So it's loading now. So you should auto populate that for that. If there is no error, you should auto populate it. Well, it's saying failed. Let's see if there's any changes there. So it means that it means that we've done something wrong. I don't know, something must have been wrong somewhere, but let's take a look at it now. Oh, now we need to re-export that thing now, because what we only did is insert. We didn't create the database. Okay, we didn't create the database because we need to create. So we are going to be creating, like I said. Now we are going to be creating. Okay, and I don't think we need to drop any table because the database is empty, so we don't need to drop any table. So I'm going to be creating. So I'm exporting this again. Yes, so I've done that. I've exported it again. Then we are going to re-edit it now. You can see now it has create. So that's why we have. So we are going to redo these tags again. That's replacing everything again. So replace everything. We still have the 89 occurrence. We save that. So let's try to import it again to the SQL to see if it's going to allow us to upload it now. So we're doing that right away. So we shouldn't have any problem now uploading. Okay, we shouldn't have any problem uploading. Oh, what is wrong with you? You can see that now that we have some things here. But I don't think that's all. I don't think we have everything we need here, because it seems we are meeting users, we are meeting some things. And when you check some of these things, you realize that there are data there. You can see we have data there already. So I still don't understand why. Let me check. Really. So I'm going to bring this database down and restart, re-import it again. Okay, I'm bringing this down to for the importation. So I'm going to go to drop. Yes, so I'm re-importing that now. You can see I'm making this error live, and that is the interesting part. Okay, that's the interesting part. So we just need to do that. All right. So we have that now. You can see I'm varying the I'm varying the I'm varying the selections. I just need to check. Let's check if there is anything we are doing wrong here. Okay, so we are actually going to have problems. So that's why. Now we won't be creating database. You only be creating the tables. Okay. So I'm removing this. I'm removing that. Yeah. So you're only creating a table. Okay. So I'm exporting that now. Then I'm checking that part again to replace what we need to replace. Okay. So we are replacing that again. Let's replace all 89 occurrence still, so it means we are still on the same page. So let's import and let's see the outcome of that. So that should work now. I don't, except we actually, so we keep on trying until we get it. Okay, we keep on trying until we get it. Oh great, you can see this is success. So it means I'm going to just go back to it now. So you just need to click on this because we've already created database. All right. So what we need to do is to create the tables. Then if there are other data that are there, we can delete them and insert the other data the new data that we want. So when we click on here now, we should see the full table. So you can see that we have the full table here. So these are what we actually expecting. Right. So if you try to reload this now, you should get something different. You can see WordPress already installed. Isn't that great? So click on login. Yeah, so what was our login details? I've actually forgotten. Well, I'm going to try it out. So the same login details you used on the system, on the local host, is what you use here also. Right? So you can see that it's straightforward. There's no problem. We don't have any issue here. Okay? So I'm just going to show you the front page to see that nothing really has changed. Oh, a lot has changed actually. Chaka. A lot has changed. So let's see what went wrong. Let's check where we got it wrong. Yeah. Let's see where we got it wrong. Let's check our plugins. Yes, everything should be active. Yeah. So let's check our, what's it called again? Our themes. I think we are using str theme, right? Are we using str themes? I can't even remember. So let's compare everything we have here with what we have there. Because why we are supposed to get the same site here as we have it on there. So something is definitely amiss. Something is amiss. Okay. So this is the demo server and this is the live one. So I'm trying to compare them. But the truth is that now we have our site here now. So we should have the same thing. We're supposed to have the same thing. So the transition is manual and it ain't gonna be easy. Even if you use the automatic, you will still have to oversee one or two things yourself. Okay, you still need to oversee one or two things. So I'm gonna see. So even if it needs or requires me to redo the everything is set. So why aren't we having what we had the other time? Okay. So I'm going to do something again. I'm going to try to export. Now I'm visiting the front end of the site. So I think it should give us what we want. What? What? Oh, wow. So it didn't skip the settings. It should. Oh. Let's see in the theme editor if you have export files there, because it should give us everything. It should. So now we have this. So we have this on, let's check it out. So we have this on the site. Okay, the front does not look like what we have already. Okay, that's the front end. Does not look like what we had before. something as nice as this. But one thing I'm going to just say is that everything we have here has already been saved on the site. Sorry, has already been saved on the database. So we just need to find how to rearrange it. Like I said, even if you've done it automatically, you will still need to adjust one or two things, because it will never get everything right for you. Okay, but one thing is, this is the first time there will be a change in whatever I've seen. Normally the transition should not cause any deformation or any change of the way things are. But this is the first time I'm seeing this, and in fact that's another experience, okay, for me. And it's good that you're also learning that too. So we just need to put those two sites side by side and configure things the way they should be, because automatically you realize that, look at here now, it has no logo, but here it has a logo. You can see that everything is just the theme's customization. If you were to use any other theme, we might not be encountering any of these issues. They would automatically be assigned to it. So let's just do what is needed. We have everything. You can see that we were able to get the files here. We don't need to bring them on again. So that's that. Then let's just select it the way it is. Skip cropping. Okay, then transparent logo to script cropping. Let's select it and skip cropping. So I think those two are done. Then what do we have here? So what do we have here also? Let's check continuously. So we don't have any other thing there. So just save it and go. You can see it still maintains the demo. So the WordPress's data are retained, while the one for the theme that we installed is not retained. That, I think that has to do with the theme we selected. It has nothing to do with the way we imported and we moved the site. Okay, so that has to do with the theme itself. So the theme does not retain any of these configuration that we've made already. So that's not our problem right now. So it's not it's not as if we made any mistake or something. No, we've done just what we needed to do. Okay, so now having done that, now let's now go back again to just make sure we've done the right thing. So I'm gonna go back here to check what we have on the home page and things like that. So home page now, home page, okay, we have what we needed to have there. Like I said, the WordPress settings is correct. So let's go back here to see appearance. So what do we have on appearance? General. Oh, we have the same thing. Okay, we have the same thing. Okay, no, we don't have the same thing. I think this, yeah, that's one of the differences there. You can see that the problem is with the theme, not with the site. Now, not with the movement that we just did. So these are the little things that we might need to correct after moving a site from one to the other. Okay, so let's see if we change the color. Okay, we did change the color. So I think we used, let's copy the color. Okay, we are copying the colors now. Don't worry, in no time now we are going to get back our site exactly the way we have it on the demo. Oh, background. Do we have a background there? None. Do we have? Okay, we don't have a background there. So buttons. How large is our buttons? Okay, nothing was touched there. So let's go back. The front section. So let's see what we have on our front section. So some of them, especially this one, is not shown. Yeah. Then ribbon also is not shown. Then what again is not shown? So I think we have only Okay, yeah, that's the same. So what do we have in the big title? So we need to go and get this image now. Okay, so that's for the big title. Instead of this dummy image, we need to change the image to this image for us to have what we had the other time. Then you can see that it's looking something like it now. Okay, so it's just like a repetition though. Well, let's just go through the pain together. Okay, get started. Also get started. Then oh, I can remember now. I think we need to change the font. We need to change the font of that. We need to change the font. So we do that later. You can see that the font is different from the other ones. So let's just leave it the way it is right now. Then sorry, go back to the front end. And the featured part. What does that say? Okay, I think we didn't touch that. So I don't think we touched the rest. So I don't think we touched the rest. So what do we have here again? Shop. Do we have anything there? Nope. Theme. Okay. There was something there. Then blog. Yeah, and then think yeah the contact also. So I think we have something on the contact also. Because we need to show. It says contact us. Title says contact us. It says fill the below address. Then it says fill to contact us or something. Okay, so we have that now. Then yeah, content. So the content here is another thing. So I think we still have that same 81. I just hope it loads. It should load. You can see something is trying to load here. So let's see what the result will be. Oh fine, it did load. You can see that we already have everything set, but the theme we chose is the one giving us this headache. So be careful of the theme you will choose, because it's very important. So when you choose a theme, be sure that it's there is a way to actually import so that you don't redo, because normally after moving the site from the local host to the live server, it should start working automatically, but in this case it's not. So it needed human intervention, which we are actually doing now. It can be a pain in the ass, especially if you have a deadline and you need to deliver in an hour time, and you were very confident that all you need to do is just push whatever it is you want to push, and lo and behold you use a team like Estia, and is now you are now having issues. So so just be careful, and even if you encounter this kind of thing, these are part of things that I want you to expect. Okay, and these are the things that makes you more experienced, and more I don't want to put it so that I don't make mistakes, but more experience, and you will know more about what you're trying to do. Okay, when I'm learning new stuff, I don't hide them. Okay, I don't hide them. Really during this even with my vast experience with WordPress, I can tell you that I'm still I still learned one or two things while making this video. Okay, so you don't need to hide your flaws. Right, so you can see that I'm just copying what we have on the demo inside what we have on the main system, so on the major one. So that's it. I think our one is 10. you can see. Oh shit. Okay, so menus. Now let's not pick our menu here. We need to pick our menu. You can see that we will just need, all we need to do is just let's see what happens. So, oh, this is not yet set to current menu, so we need to go back to our menu and set this to our current menu. So primary menu. Okay, so that's the menu automatically. So publish. That's all. What do you think? Bam. We just have it there. Pa. So I'm just going to remove some part of it there that says add to menu automatically or something. Because that's why it doubled it. You shouldn't double it. Except my pages had been doubled. Oh, we didn't double my pages. Oh, this might have doubled my pages. So okay, don't worry, we are going to go and remove them back. There was something happened, so the pages were doubled, so you can see it here. It was doubled, so I'm going to remove them one by one so that we don't have double duplicates. So these are part of the things you need to take care of while you are running the importing or running the moving of the site one by one manually. Okay, so so after that, now what else do we need? The widget. Let's see. I don't think we have any settings to set here again. I think we're done. Okay, let's see the footer, the this, the that. I don't think we touched any of this, and even if we did, it seems they already aligned themselves since it's part of WordPress. So let's check what we have already now on our site. So applicable text skills. So I'm going to reload this, then you're going to see what we have there. So fine, can you see our site now? So you can check it out from where you are. So we have this site now, we've moved it. Okay, the only difference is that we didn't change this font to what we have here. We didn't change this font. That's the only difference we have here right now. Yeah, we didn't change the font, so it's something you can do in the custom also. So let's go see if you can do that. Just typo cursive. So let's pick it out now. Appearance, it says typography and cursive. Yeah, Cosmic Sun and cursive. Yeah, Cosmic Sun. So we have that already, and as you can see, so when I'm reloading this now, you should notice the changes in this. So fine, so we have the same thing we have here. So what's the difference? Tell me, please. You can see you can't even tell the difference. So this is bringing to an end season 2 of WordPress course series. Okay, so if you have any question, please let us know. I purposely left out the errors we made while making this video, so that I didn't cut it out, so that you will know that even while you are trying to do it, you are bound to make mistakes. Okay, nobody is nobody's an island of knowledge. Okay, so nobody's an island of wisdom or knowledge or whatever, or how they say the say. So you keep learning, So like I've said, be careful of the kind of thing you are going to be using, so that you don't encounter the problem we did encounter here. All right, so that you don't face the same problem we did face here. So you just use a theme that you know would work for you. Okay, or before you choose a theme, check their documentation, check the usage and the problems of that theme before you embark on using them. Okay, it's not just by choosing a theme and feel like, wow, this theme is great, so I just need to use it. And possibly in the middle, that's when you start realizing that you need to start doing a lot of customization on your own and things like that. So let's be alert for season 3 of where we dive into the more advanced part of WordPress, the technical part of it, very technical part of it, creating of themes, online shop, and a lot of things. So kindly subscribe to our channel and to encourage us to produce more video content. Thank you very much, and stay blessed and stay safe, please. Stay safe. Remember to use your nose mask. Remember to wash your hands always with sanitizer, and keep the safe distance. Stay home if you don't need to go out, and be happy. Bye.